when the summer dew.
Hi there, we are going to talk in this video about some basic measurements about the tools and also metrology, magnitudes that we found it in some different types of tools. So the objective of this video is explain it to you and give you the clear idea of why it's important to have a clearly data of some machines.
In this laboratory, we're going to talk about magnitudes. First of all, what is a magnitude? A magnitude it's a phenomenon or body in order to determine something to be quantitative. We have primary magnitudes and secondary magnitudes. The primary are the ones that you have like the time in seconds, the temperature, and the secondary are the ones that are component of the primary. For example, newtons or velocity or acceleration.
Metrology is a measurement science that interviews the theoretical and practical of the measurements. Also, it exists a National Center of Metrology that have the job to control the measurements about the tools that you studied. It has the job to establish a standardization of error in some of the tools that you studied, and another point that they manage is that they have the real measurements of the tools.
This is a ruler. This is one of the most easiest tools to use in the laboratory, but also it is one of the most inaccurate tools because it depends on how the person is getting the length and the perspective of the person that is using it. It is a compass. This is a tool that is not very useful these days, and there are two kinds of compass: the ones that get the length of inside diameters and outside diameters. And I think it's very important to get the magnitude of the things because you have to work with that units. Also, one of the most interesting parts of this practice is the electronic vernier because I think it's one of the most easiest to use and it's one of the most exact tools that I know.
This is the micrometer. It's a not very useful tool because it's not the right tool to measure inside diameters. It can only measure little things because this part don't allow to measure big things, and I think that I don't like it because of that point.
Now, after seeing the instrument measure, in this laboratory we have to measure mechanical pies with each of the different instrument measure. We have to measure the external and internal diameter and also the width of these pies. We have to do this procedure 3 times with 3 different persons. With this, we can see that each person recover a different data.
What I liked the most in this practice was learning how to use a micrometer because I didn't know that it existed and I've never seen one. And I think this practice was important because we all learn how to measure things with different tools and the accuracy that you can have with each one. And we learn different concepts like variation and tolerance.
For me, this practice is very important because we need to know how to measure things with which tool in order to know if we are doing it right or not. And also for me, the the most important tool here is the vernier, because it's very exact and it is fun to use it.
No sé.
La que más me gusta es Real Morelia.
No hagas eso.